Mike, you had a big touchdown run early in the game. Talk about what you saw on that play.
Yeah, I think we defense had a nice coverage. Locked covered our receivers pretty well in that play, but just extending the play, looking downfield, and just being myself out there and just making a play for the team rather than going out of bounds. I decided just to cut it back up the middle of the field, and I think those touchdown blocks are effort on the outside by our receivers. So we have a standard where we want to play longer and harder than our opponents. So when you see big runs like that and explosive runs like that, it means we got to block downfield. So can't wait to watch on film to see what receiver was given extra effort to help spar that run. But yeah.
One thing you did on that run, last year you tended to run more straight ahead. You didn't cut as much. Is that something you've worked on with the coaches? Because I think that cut got you the touchdown there.
Right. I think just one of those things when you just go back and just watch film, there's always those plays like, man, if I would have just did this, we would have had 6-7 more yards. So I think that's just a testament of us just going back and reflecting and just seeing what we can improve on, seeing what we can work on. So just doing that in practice now, and that's just with everybody on the offensive side of the ball and everybody on this team. So just looking at those things where we can improve and get better on and actualizing them in practice. So.
What were kind of like your goals individually in terms of improving this spring, and how do you think you did in terms of trying to hit those goals?
Right. I think my main goal was just rhythm and timing with our receivers. When I went back and again just looking at things where we can improve on, that was just a big thing for us, where a lot of our misses, a lot of our incompletions were just purely on timing. So since we put the ball down on January, that's what we've been working on. So working on that timing with our receivers, and I think we did a pretty good job. But I think whenever you do a good job at something, you just realize there's so much more. Like, we have so much more in the tank. So that's what I'm really excited about, just because I feel good about it now, and I also feel like we have another 2 notches that we can achieve. So that's what we'll actualize, after the spring and into the summertime, ready for week 0 in the fall. So.
How much more of a command do you think you have of everything? We talked, I guess it was a week ago, about how you wanted to make a point of just from a camaraderie standpoint, being in every room. Using that as well as your timing and everything, how much more of an overall command do you think you have?
Oh, I think that's just natural, just with my position. But I think it's just confidence in the command. I think just building relationships with different people on the team, and that's with anybody on the team. I think we've established a good base to where defense interacts with offense interacts with defense. We have linebackers sitting in on quarterback meetings, running backs sitting in on D-line meetings now. Like, that's not really unheard of, but that's just because we're building those relationships, and everybody on this team wants to win and just learn the game of football. There's so many tools, there's so many things that I've learned from DBs about just different traits that a quarterback does that might tip them off, or what a receiver does that might tip them off. And so I wouldn't have gained that information if I wouldn't have stepped in those meetings. And so I think everybody's just learning different parts, and I think that's just the relationship we've built and what Coach Lee has built here. So.
Does that speak to some things with development of a better culture on the team? And if so, how does that compare to where things were, say, this time a year ago?
Yeah, I think it shows up there on the field. I think whenever you're playing out there and you're playing for the guy to your right and your left, you just want to give so much more effort than what you have in the tank. So I think, you have powers you never dreamed of when you have your brothers right there beside you going through the same struggles that you've gone through. And so just building those relationships and just, coming together as a team, it helps us out so much in so many ways that we don't even know. So we're going to continue to do that just because we love doing it. Like, it's fun for us. So, yeah.
Anything else? Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.